Hello, this is Games You'll Be Gaming in July of 2014. Now, games usually have release dates that come out ahead of time to let you know when they'll be releasing. However, often they seem to be sentient beasts who basically release whenever they feel like it. Despite that, though, I try to put together a list every month showcasing what games you'll be gaming this month in July. Now, it's rather light compared to June. It's actually, really, there's nothing big coming out. Most of it's just ports and rather uninspired titles. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty.
Starting off in July, we have Child of Light for the PS Vita. Now, I was thoroughly unimpressed with Child of Light when it came out to every other console in early May, and I doubt much has changed for this portable version. The game is beautiful, yes, but the story, gameplay, and dialogue didn't feel very inspired. You're a princess off to save the world. The gameplay mechanics were unique with the timeline and interrupts, but nothing motivated me to play another RPG where I level up and fight monsters in different areas and blah 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 generic RPG stuff. Now, talking about generic, next up you have Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. Now basically this is a game where you fight hundreds of the same enemies in mindless combat. Now I'm a big fan of Gundam Wing specifically, and spent much of my time as a child having adventures where Gundams and Digimon and Dragon Ball Z characters would all fight it out. But really this is just another Dynasty Warrior palette swap where instead of ancient Japanese armies, you're doing battle with big mechanized robots. Then you have Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition for the PlayStation 4. Now this is a game worth playing if you have not already. I played it on Vita when it first came out and was my first great Metroidvania game prior to the beauty of Symphony of the Night. This package comes with all the DLC, but that's really more like very small spices on an already amazing dish of mouth-watering gameplay. Then you have Sniper Elite 3 on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Now, I already talked about this in the last post, which didn't have a video, since it came out on Windows in June. But now it's coming out to other platforms and features you as a military bro dude in Africa sniping Nazis in gratuitous, violent ways. Then you have Mousecraft on Windows, Mac, Linux, PS3, PS4, and Vita. I'm pretty sure I already talked about this, but it's basically a puzzler where you play a mouse attempting to escape a crazy cat science lab. Think Tom and Jerry with the more maniacal scientist vibe. Next up is One Piece Unlimited World Red for 3DS, Wii U, PS3, and Vita. Now, I cannot stand the One Piece anime, which is one of the famous manga series that just does not f***ing end. Now you can play an RPG-style One Piece game. Woo. Quest for Infamy comes out on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Now, this game is truly for those who want to relive the old adventure PC games, complete with somewhat blocky art and multiple areas to explore. Forza Motorsport 5 Game of the Year Edition comes out for Xbox One, microtransactions still included. Oddworld New and Tasty comes out for PS4. This game creeped me out as a kid, with the alien overlords literally eating their slaves for meals. It was pretty wacky and now has a fresh look to it. It's mainly a platformer and it has a very interesting universe and dark theme, so check it out if you're interested in that type of stuff. Unrest comes out for Windows, Mac, and Linux. This is an RPG set in ancient India that uses the branching narrative usually seen in BioWare games, where conversations are a big mechanic in advancing and gaining an advantage. It doesn't look very combat-oriented, so if you're looking for blood and guts, look elsewhere. Now, the last release of July is a re-release of a PS3 game that came out just a year ago, which is The Last of Us Remastered. Now, following in the footsteps of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, this game is simply a higher-res Game of the Year edition of The Last of Us. However, if you did not already play this game when it came out and you don't have a PS3, then this is a must-play. Hopefully the trailers haven't already spoiled certain parts of the game for you, though.
So that's it for releases in July. It's pretty bare. Also in movies, too, there's really only like the new Planet of the Apes movie and then a book adaptation, because, you know, those are really popular now. However, it is my 21st birthday. I'll be turning 21 on July 8th, so I'll definitely be celebrating that on that following weekend. Besides that, basically, I declare that July is a continuation of the great video game drought / backlog slogfest that was declared in June. So hopefully you can get through all of the stuff that you've been basically trying to get to. So enjoy your month.